My name is Troy Vixamore, and I help people of all background and experience level create passive income with faceless channels. Kevin O'Leary said, YouTube is the most powerful tool of the decade. He also said, I'm an incredible entrepreneur solving the hardest problem with YouTube, predictable growth. I started my first channel at the age of 16. I tried for 6 months growing channel with no result, and I quickly learned I wasn't alone. Out of my frustration and from being broke, I had no choice but to find a better strategy. My first channel that I blew up was 7 months into my journey. I started making $1,000 a month, 3,000, then 5,000, and from that point, I realized I cracked the code with faceless channels. Over the next year, I started more channels, getting to over 30,000 every month consistently. I knew I had something more powerful than I could ever even imagine. I helped everyone I knew implement the exact same strategy, and I built my reputation by being honest and over-delivering. I've been featured in US Reporter, New York Weekly, Business Chart Magazine, CEO Weekly, and many more. Over the year, I've helped over 400 people achieve time, location, and financial freedom with faceless channels. People believe YouTube success is difficult and time-consuming. Fortunately, that is not true. There is a formula. Even if you don't have a technical bone in your body, you can get results. And my mission is to share this formula with you. I want to welcome everybody to day 2 of the challenge. I know we have some people that are with us for the first time. So for the people that are with us for the first time, I want to say welcome. How many people are here? This is their first day. You weren't here yesterday. So on the chat, let me know if this is your first day that you weren't here yesterday. All right, so I see one me. Okay, awesome. It's not too many people. Oh. Okay, so it's not too much people. Okay, awesome. So yesterday we talked about actually finding a profitable niche of what the channel is going to be about. Now today's going to be very brief because we have actually a lot to cover. Now, if there's one day of the challenge that I would recommend you have your notes out, and preferably you are in your computer. And at the same time, I know we have some people, and I want to give a big shout out because I see some people that are in their car that have their camera on. So big shout out the fact that you actually still make the chance for you to be able to be here. Now, on day 2, as we discussed, I'm going to do a brief introduction for the people that are new here. Again, my name is Freud Vixamore. It's like saying Floyd Mayweather, but put an R into it, Freud. And I was grateful enough to be able to generate over 1.5 million in my first 3 years of doing YouTube. Received multiple awards from YouTube for having channel surpass 100,000 subscribers, 1 million subs, and accumulated over 4 billion views actually in the last 24 months alone, and taking countless of channel from 0 to 6-figure in revenue in just under 12 months. I've been doing this since I was around 16 years old. And I was grateful enough to be able to help some of my friends and family also to start their own channel and establish their own what we call faceless automation channels on YouTube, and teaching over 100 other, which is also you guys that are here tonight with us. Now, yesterday we discussed, number one, my journey, and we also took a couple other previous attendees, and we mainly talked about how can you select a profitable niche for your channel, which is the foundation of having a successful faceless channel. If you're someone that is here today, because I saw a lot of me, what we did for the general admission people, if you don't have the VIP, we actually allowed the recording for 24 hours. Actually, it was supposed to be gone since we're about to start the challenge. So it's going to be available before the challenge actually ends. I would highly recommend you go through the day 1 recording, you actually have this set up, because as you're going to go through day 2, it's going to be very hard to implement day 2 without actually having the foundation or having doing the homework from day 1. Now, does every single person here speaking have picked their niche? You guys are ready to move forward with day 2? Give me a yes or a no in the chat. All right, awesome. So most people already have their niche. Amazing. We have somebody that wasn't here, but they went through the recording. Amazing. Now, I always want to say before I start off, it's a small step that lead to the destination. As I said from yesterday, we're taking it little by little. The homework yesterday was pretty easy. Obviously, today we have more of a bigger chunk. So we're starting small and putting all 5 days together, we can actually put the piece of the puzzle together. And to get to almost any destination, there have to be a path to follow together from point A to point B. But obviously, there must be a specific path, a specific blueprint, which is why we put this challenge together for you guys. And it always starts in the beginning, because I tell people it never starts as where you guys see it as. Most successful entrepreneurs, they started at a certain point to get to this point that they are today. Obviously, Jeff Bezos, Amazon started in a small cubicle to get to over what technically right now, I might be wrong, close to $1 trillion company. For example, we have a picture of LeBron James, this was his childhood home to get to over a $1.2 billion empire. And I even took Ryan, obviously today he's 12 years old, to build a 35 mil a year YouTube empire. And even myself, to go to over 1.3 mil, over $100,000 every single month with YouTube. It started when I was 16 in my parent living room. As I told you guys yesterday, because I know in the Q&A, some people were saying, oh, Freud, I'm not the smartest. I promise you I'm not the smartest either. You guys can hear the accent. I wasn't born in the state. English was not my first language. As a matter of fact, I'm able to speak to you guys because I've gotten used to doing mentorship and also being able to speak in front of people. I remember the first video that I did, I was recording myself and I went back to actually recording. There was so many parts where I was stuttering. It was very hard to actually understand what I was saying. As a matter of fact, when I was in high school, I manually record myself on an iPhone speaking, reading, and then I would figure out the word that I'm saying or in my accent, just so I can work on perfecting my English accent. Well, as we call it, American accent. So I want people to know at a very young age, I was able to find success with this. And I'm grateful to God that obviously I choose not to go to college because I was able to actually found something instead of having to go look for a job, instead of having to see, okay, what can I do? Test the water. There was an opportunity that came and found me. So if I was able to do this, as I always said, then there's no reason that you are not able to do it. And I can only guide you guys as far as giving you guys the roadmap as we're doing this challenge. This is why we call it a challenge, because you're going to have to do the work from the homework from day 1 till day 5. And it's up to you. At the end of the day, we're not a teacher. Anybody that is Haitian, I remember when I was a kid, we used to get whooping in school. The teacher had permission to get a bat and actually whoop you. We're not here to whoop you. I'm also not here to force you to do anything. My goal is to be able to teach you, give you the information, and it's up to you to choose if you want to implement it and put it into the real world. So pay attention to all the wins that you're going to have, even from day 1 to day 2, as you're putting things together. And you're going to see how from day 5, how everything aligned. One thing that Dr. Mike said in the beginning is that obviously you're not here just to listen to us. It's not a challenge. We're not challenging you to be able to hear me speak for 5 days, but we're challenging you to implement what we're teaching throughout the whole 5 days. Now, the goal of today is, I saw a question earlier somebody asked, which is basically the whole teaching for today. It's going to be answered that. We're going to be going behind a couple 6-figure channel, also 7-figure channel too at the same time. We're going to talk about how we systemize and automate the videos for this channel. Because we did promise in the beginning, you don't have to do any video. So today we're going to fill all that in. Now, this is a very big teaching, which is why I'm making it into the hour and a half that we have to actually get this together. And you guys will have to pay close attention. I know sometimes I speak really fast. And the reason I'm speaking really fast is because I know I have a lot of slides. And I don't want to hold you guys for like 4 hours long. A lot of you guys come from work. So I want to make sure I actually fill my promise and redeem the time and actually let you guys know by 8 p.m. Eastern time zone. So basically, today we're going to talk about how can we systemize and automating, for the most part, the whole business model. Now, example, a couple channel, and how we actually build the team and the softwares and tools that we actually use to automate the entire process. In general, I tell people how to finally create time, location, and financial freedom, where your time doesn't have to be tied to the output. And also, it doesn't matter where you are. I personally haven't worked a job since I was 15, 16, one of them. And it was basically at a restaurant for 1 week, and eventually I got fired that week before. And I tell every single person from day 1, even if you live in Nigeria, even if you live in India, Pakistan, even if you live in Morocco, no matter where you live, as long as you have access to internet, the system allows you to actually have a bank account then you actually able to fulfill this, what we're going to talk on day 2, to put it together. So that way you can have and build this profitable faceless channel. Now, do we have anybody here that run a successful business in the chat? Do we have anybody here that runs a successful business? All right, Carlos said yes. And I'm very curious. When you said yes, tell me, what do you do at the same time? All right, somebody said medical transportation. All right. Okay, so I know we have some people here that are probably working, you probably work a 9 to 5. I'm also very curious, what do you guys do for work too at the same time? All right, somebody said AI consulting. Awesome, this is gonna be a very good topic for today. All right, Nathan said yes. A party rental business, that's amazing. Cleaning company and marketing. Tech coach. Now, today's goal is to help you guys establish something that can actually produce time, location, and financial freedom. Now, and to avoid creating another job in disguise of a business. Now, there's a lot of different businesses that are out there, and I'm gonna show you guys my whole process. And everything I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna reveal my channel, I'm gonna reveal my process, my system. I honestly put a lot of my channel, less than an hour a week put into every single thing. I know it sounds crazy. Most of you guys probably have read the book 4 Hour Work Week. I do less than that by putting everything in order. And there's 3 types of entrepreneur, and you guys will identify which one, because some people have done what I was able to do, but they're still putting tens of hours a week into the whole process. And I'm somebody that always like to see, how can I take myself out as much as possible, so that way my time doesn't have to be tied to how much money that I make. Now, the first type of entrepreneur is what I call the business entrepreneur. Now, this is the entrepreneur that basically have hands-on operation. Now, this entrepreneur is basically heavily involved in the day-to-day operation. They are typically performing multiple roles in the company, such as managing employee, handling customer service, and overseeing the production. And in other words, for example, for the people and for YouTube, these are the people that, buy a camera, that record the video, that have to upload the videos, spend hours and hours of editing for the most part. For some people, somebody said, I don't know too much about cybersecurity, but a lot of time you have to do put in some sort of input, which tie into your time to be able to produce an output. And most YouTubers, like I said before, they buy the camera, you have to record the video, plan the idea, upload consistently, which means you have to keep making videos, learn how to edit, do the graphic design to be able to upload the video yourself. And do we have anybody here that have started a YouTube channel before? Or you've been on YouTube where you made a video upload on YouTube before and you edit it? Right? We have a couple, yes. It takes an average. You guys most likely know how long it actually take. It's not as easy when people see YouTubers, even the kids that play on YouTube that make a lot of money. It actually takes some time to make and edit and create those videos. It takes on average at least a day, and sometimes even days or weeks, depending on what you're doing, depending on the complexity of the work, to be able to create a video. Anybody here that's an expert of editing know it takes a lot of time. It's a skill set that not everybody can do, and it takes time to be able to master it. Now, the second type of entrepreneur is the on the business entrepreneur, and they're more of a strategic leader. And by the way, I have another live, so I'm looking at like 2 cameras on the side also. So there's a few people that actually run a business where they're on the business. Instead of working in the business, they're working on the business. Has anybody ever heard this before? Or is this a new concept for you? All right, so we have some people. All right, yes. Now, this type of entrepreneur take the step back from daily operation to focus on the bigger picture, to work on the business rather than in the business, and concentrating in long-term strategical growth. So basically focus on what can actually grow the business. They're not the one that's making the call. They're not the one that's making the video. They're not the one that's editing the video. They put people in place to do it for them, and they just think about how can they actually move the business and do the stuff that actually will move the business a lot further. Now, I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to go into YouTube. Do we have anybody here that is in the medical field? Okay, we have a couple people. So basically, this is a faceless channel that we run. It's in the health space because I know we have some people in yesterday that say they want to get into the health space. We upload all content that is related to health. Now, I'm not a doctor. I don't know a thing or two about vitamin to dissolve blood clot. And yes, some of those pronunciation will be a lot bigger for me. I don't know how to unclog an artery by drinking one glass of this specific drink. I don't know what drink this is. When we look at this specific video right here, this one got over 1.8 million views, generated $14,000 from the views. And every single day as we're moving on, it's generating at least $1 per day every single day. This video was uploaded since 2023, actually since February of 2023. Every single day generating an extra dollar into the whole channel combined. The last 48 hours of 130 people watched the video. How many of you guys have watched a video on YouTube that have been uploaded years and years ago? Even 4 to 5 years ago. Right, so it's not just me. This specific video generated 1.3 million views, got so far $8,000 from the video. And every single day the revenue is going up little by little. The last 48 hours, 225 people actually watched the video. Even if we go back to the channel, we look at all the other video that we have uploaded. Look at this one. So far, 41,000 views, brought in 513 subscribers, and $292 generated from this video alone so far. And I don't know a thing or two about health. I'm not somebody that went to school for health. As a matter of fact, this channel make more money than most doctors make in the United States. I didn't go to college. I don't know a thing about health. I definitely don't have doctor into my name. And obviously I'm very young. I don't really watch health video. By the grace of God, I'm not really, I haven't been to the hospital in over 10 years. I'll be quite honest. And I've never been to the hospital for anything major, which I'm grateful for. And I don't know a thing or two about health. And this specific channel, we upload content about natural remedy, telling people, do this if you have a fever, do this if you have such thing, do this if you have such stuff. But I'm not into health. I don't know a thing or two about health. This specific channel, we do content based on dating, content for male. If we look at the content, it's on this niche called the manosphere. I'm not sure if anybody's aware of it. When I discovered, I saw a channel on there. And when you look at the video, we'll look at this one right here. Generated 1.3 million views, got over $2,100 so far from the video. This was a 13-minute long video. And we have this video right here, got close to 500,000 views, well over 500,000 views, brought in close to 10,000 subscribers in the channel, generated so far $2,200, and many more video covering content more toward dating for male audience. Now, I'm not a dating expert, to be quite honest. I don't have the professional or like the license or the experience to actually teach on dating for the most part. Most of the audience in this channel are a little bit more older than me, but we have hundreds of thousands of people watching on a monthly basis, commenting, reacting to the videos, almost every single hours, every single minute of this video. And I run this channel. I don't show my face. I don't create any of the video myself. Now, this is how you get to the point where you're working on the business and not in the business. So to the point where you don't have to be an expert within the niche. You don't have to be an expert within the space. That's why yesterday when we're picking the niche, I did mention that it doesn't have to be something that you're interested in. It doesn't have to be something that you're actually passionate about. You don't have to have an interest into that niche. Now, the next one that we have the investor entrepreneur, and slash, I put like some slash right here, which is basically, in other words, some people call them sometimes silence partner, or they're more of the owner, but they're more of the silence owner. Anybody here that have worked at a restaurant or a fast food chain, sometimes you never meet the owner. You see the manager who's managing the people, the employees, but you never meet the owner. The owner probably show up maybe once a year or every quarter, or here and there, he or she would show up. Most people probably won't even know it's the owner. So the owner, this entrepreneur, basically is purely financially invested into the business, but doesn't dedicate any significant time into the operation. I'll say somewhat similar to anybody here invest into stock, put money into stock, whether you invest into Coca-Cola, whether you invest into Berkshire Hathaway or something like that, but you don't run the company. You don't do a thing. You don't spend a single of your time to the company. You might spend some time checking, if you're smart, checking on where the company is going, what is happening in recent time before you actually invest into it. So you do small research, and you might do it here and there if you're moving your portfolio to just make sure that you're making the right decision, if you should buy, if you should sell, if you should hold. So you're doing minor research, but you're not involved into the business overall. Now, when we look at people like Bill Gates, for example, as a matter of fact, Bill Gates stepped down from Microsoft while still owning 45% of a $3 trillion company. I don't know about you. I would love to step down a company where I just only won, just 0.1% of that alone. And obviously right now he's one of the richest guy in the world. Jeff Bezos stepped down from Amazon while still owning 9% share of the company. And Amazon is worth over $2.4 trillion. As a matter of fact, I'm speaking to you guys right now. I went to the mail and pick up a package from Amazon. I'm one of those people that have Amazon Prime. So that's part of my money right there. And to go into this, for example, let me go into another channel. As I said yesterday, as I mentioned, I don't keep up to date with like celebrity gossip. We have this channel right here where we upload celebrity gossip. For example, right now, one of the biggest in current time, a lot of people know that is happening is the Diddy situation. I don't know a thing or two about what's happening. I know that he got arrested, which I always tell people that I don't watch the news. The news that's worth hearing usually come to my ears some way, somehow. So people told me he got arrested. I see it on social media, but I don't know a thing or two about it. I don't investigate. It's not of my interest, to be quite honest. I don't really care. But I run this channel where we upload content, basically covering the news about Hollywood. For example, let me go to the content. You have, obviously right now I'll talk about these because that's what people want to watch. Even if we go into some of the oldest and even most popular video, we cover different movies, TV show. Anybody who watched Game of Thrones. We have Spider-Man, we have Thor, we have Spider-Man, we have a Netflix TV show right here. So we cover everything that has to do with Hollywood. So the niche that we established when we started this channel was basically toward Hollywood news, covering Hollywood. That's all that we cover. Now, for example, we have this video. So far, up. Actually, this is too new. Let's wait for it to load up. Let me go for an older video. All right. This one, actually 2 days ago. $93 brought in so far. And if we look at the whole channel analytic in recent time, close to tomorrow will be around 100,000 the last 20 days. In the last 28 days, I brought on over $99,000 from this channel. I don't care about celebrity news, but there's a lot of people. There's 11 million people that actually care about it, that watch it every single day. I don't have any health issue. I don't watch it, but there's millions of people that watch them every single day. Now, those people most likely will probably even have somebody here. I won't even doubt it, or maybe your friend or family that has seen one of my channels that I've just showed right here and contribute to that $90,000 that I just made in the last 29 days. And this is all going to my bank account. Now, in the last 7 days alone, we brought in $45,000. Isn't that crazy? I don't have to own like a news outlet or CNN, which technically I do own my own media company in a way. I don't have to go into the whole process of creating a giant LLC or company and getting on TV and radio station. And I can make money from people watching my content. I have my own platform and I can reach 5 million people in 7 days and make $45,000. And that alone, when we click on those videos, let's click on this Didi video. How dangerous really? A video of court TV. All that is playing throughout the video. You have the voiceover in the background to face his channel, and different compilation of different clip of what people are already talking about in the situation, which now have me not to show my face. Let alone I'm somebody I really don't like. I'm not into Hollywood or news. I don't have to keep up to date with it. I don't have to be involved. I don't have to be on social media trying to keep up to date with the gossip because it doesn't interest me. Well, it kind of benefit me, but it doesn't interest me knowing. And we have this channel. Like I said before, I don't watch the election. Right now, we're in the midst of a hurricane. I'm in Florida. I live in Florida. I grew up in Florida when I left Haiti. I didn't know about the hurricane till what is today? Tuesday till Saturday, Friday. That's how much I just stay home and I'm like in my own world. This channel, we upload content more toward the election. I don't watch the election. For a majority part of me being in the state, I wasn't able to vote at all. So I never really looked into the election. Quite honest with you, at the time making this video, I don't really know the difference between Republican and whatever the other party is. The Republican, Democrat. I was gonna say Dominican. So I'm not someone who's involved into that. When it was time for when we were in school, whatever the subject where they were teaching about politics, and you have to know the 50 state, the president. I wasn't born in the state. This was the part where I was cheating in school. I wasn't paying attention. If you ask me who's the first president that I would know, maybe the fifth, the sixth, or seventh, anything in between. I don't know what president we're on right now, maybe the 47th, something like that. I would not know. I can probably name maybe 5 presidents, maybe 3, maybe 3 or 4. I don't watch the election. I don't know what Trump is doing. I don't know what Kamala Harris is doing. I don't know what they're offering. I don't know what they plan on doing. I really don't know. But we run this channel, we upload content and news about it. Obviously, a lot of people, for some weird reason, want to watch the videos and want to keep up to date with the election. 5.5 million, 5.9 million people decided, okay, let me click on this video, let me see what's going on. Brought in $43 million for me. Every single day, I'm seeing at least about $600, $900 coming from this channel passively, from this election alone. When we click on the video, we watch a video. Like I said,
Donald Trump is no stranger to mass claim centered around.
We have a voice speaking in the background. That's obviously not my voice, but we made over $40,000 with this channel in the last 30 years alone. From just these 4 channels I've actually compiled, that's over 170,000 in the last 30 days alone. So believe it or not, every single one of these channels, I actually spent less than 1 hour a week checking on them. And what am I checking on? I always just go to the channel. I'm like, how much money did we made? Is it going up or down? It goes up and down depending on the views, but I'm like, how much money did I make yesterday? And usually, especially when we're in an uptrend, I'm always checking how much money brought in. That's all that I really care about, is how much money came in. I don't do the video idea, believe it or not. I don't do the voiceover. I don't do the research. I don't do any of that. So I'm going to show you guys how you can be more of an owner, how you can be more, not just an entrepreneur or business owner, because a lot of people, they start business just to get more busy, but to actually own an asset that can actually produce you passive income, and you can have somebody working within the asset. So I'm going to teach you guys today how to do exactly all that. And most of this, because when I started, I used to do video myself. I'll be quite transparent. When I started, I was doing this video myself. I wasn't showing my face, but I was doing like my voiceover in the background and editing the video myself and doing the thumbnail. And discovering this, I use the exact same formula that's used by Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, all those big guys. Believe it or not, Elon Musk didn't know a thing or two about creating space rocket, but he got some of the experts, the best engineers in the world, to put them together to actually do that for him. So I use the exact same formula that these people use to build their 9 figures or 10 figures empire, to build my 7-figure empire, by only spending 3 hours a week, sometimes less, checking on it. Any more time I spend on working, I'm working on a new channel that I'm building. And that's simply by investing in putting people and system in place. The reason Jeff Bezos was able to step out, because I don't think he go to any of the warehouse that is and opening the door and check on the employees and none of that. Because at the end of the day, successful people value time over money. The goal of most successful people that I've seen, at least the one that have created massive amount of wealth where money is not a thing anymore, is to figure out how can I build something and take myself out of it. Because when you're not involved, you can scale it infinitely, basically. Because your time is not involved. Somebody effort, or AI is involved. So now you don't have to be there making or putting the input to get the exact output out, to do what they actually want in life. How many of you guys are ready to stop trading your time for money? We might have some people that's already there. Okay, now I'm seeing some of me. Awesome. So I'm going to show you guys basically the whole process from a bird eye point of view. So how I turned $70 into $14,000 $1,613.65 without making the video myself. We already have the niche from day one, so we already have that covered. But now we're gonna need to know, okay, how can we come up with video to go into the channel? It's gonna be generating revenue to turn the views into revenue. Now, this is what I call the content creation process. Now, the content creation process is basically the process from an idea into a video being uploaded on YouTube. When we see a video on YouTube, every single video that you saw from any of those channels or any channel on YouTube, it started as an idea first. When you see a physical house, everything started with an idea, basically. Now, every single business follow a process, and this is the process that I've come to actually discover and perfect it to at the same time, so that way I'm not involved into it at all. Now, the first part start with the video idea, which is, for example, if you have, let's say, a soccer channel, right? If you have a football channel, there have to be ideas. If there's a game happening right now, let's say a specific star is playing, a specific team is playing, it's the Super Bowl, how this specific team is gonna win. Like, this is an idea. Top 10 thing that's gonna make the Chief win this football game this year. So you have a bunch of different ideas. And then once you have those ideas, let's say, for example, top 10 thing that would make the Miami Dolphin win. You have that idea. You have a writer that write the script for the idea. So the writer would go and research and actually find the top 10 thing that will make the Miami Dolphin win. And then you're going to have a voiceover artist that's going to read that script. So now we have the idea turn into a script, into text. And then we're going to have somebody turn the text into an audio. So when we have the script, because a lot of time when you're watching those videos, those faceless channels, it's not just reading. They're not just reading it from, the thin air, or they just know so much about the topic. They're reading a script, sound very conversational. So you have the text turn into an MP3, an audio file, and then you take that audio file, you put videos over it, which is where you edit the video. So by taking the video, remember from yesterday when we look at the history channels and all these other niches, even when you look at the political channel, you don't see my face, but you're seeing Trump's face, right? Kamala Harris' face. They already have hundreds and millions of video of them on the internet and pictures of them on the internet. Let me just compile them together instead of putting my face, because I'm talking about them. So instead of doing what CNN does, where they have a news anchor, where they're speaking on the side, where they're speaking to you, I just have a voiceover in the background and just only show what we're talking about. If you're talking about a history channel, top 10 places that was conquered by the Roman, you're showing the destination, you're showing pictures of, I'm terrible at history also, you're showing picture of, let's say, for example, Italy. You show an old picture of Italy found from Google or a video. So that's what the editor put together, which is the visual part that you guys see. So far, let me know if that's making sense. I know I probably might be rushing it. So give me a clear or make sense or yes. All right, thank you. Tiffany said yes. All right, awesome. Carla said yes. All right, awesome. Nice. Now, once the editor is done with the video, you basically have a video now that is ready to be uploaded on YouTube. You have the visual, it have the voiceover speaking in the background, explaining what is happening within the visual. And that video is ready to be uploaded on YouTube. Now, the final thing that we slap into the video is what we call a thumbnail. And a thumbnail is basically the cover picture that you guys see on YouTube. So before you click on a video, it have that very appealing picture. That's the thumbnail, the cover picture that you see before you click on the video. So you have a design that put that together, plug in with the video, and the video get uploaded on YouTube. Uploaded / optimization. Optimization just means, putting the tags and things like that, which I'm going to be discussing further on. Now, that process get repeated for a second video, for a third video, for a fourth, for the 20th video, for the 30th video, for the 100th video, and so on and so on and so on. In the beginning, I'm going to show you guys how I do, well, I don't do all this, but how this get automated. In the beginning, what I do recommend people to do, especially as a beginner, because there's certain things as an owner, I don't recommend you just, put this into AI, get this done automatically and done for you, and without actually understanding how it's done first. So I tell people in the beginning, I come up with ideas. I'm going to show you guys how I come up with ideas over hundreds of video ideas within less than 30 minutes, sometimes even shorter. And uploading and optimizing the video, it's just uploading on YouTube, putting the title, very simple, take a couple minutes. I'm even going to show you guys the AI tool that actually help with that to make it uploading less than a 30 second. Well, it take less than 30 seconds. So those from the beginning, I recommend people to do. The other one are going to be systemized. You don't have to be a writer because if you're going to write about football, you better know about football. You better know the player. And of course, if you're like me, you don't want to put your voice out there. You probably you're very introverted. You don't like hearing your voice too much. You probably don't put your voice out there. And most likely, if you someone that's not a great editor, you don't even know what Adobe is, you don't know how to use Adobe, you don't have time to spend hours and hours to perfect the skill, or spend what do they call it, the 10,000 hours or 4,000 hours, whatever, to be able to craft, to be able to perfect the skill. You don't want to spend that amount of time, and you don't want to spend a amount of time learning how to graphic design, use Photoshop to create complex images and image um, uh, manipulation and things like that. Then I'm going to show you guys how you can actually automate all of this. Now, how many of you guys have heard of a freelancer website? Let me know if this is a new concept so I can know how deep I should go. Give me a yes or a no based on you guys' answer, or know how deep that I should go. Because if it's going to be simplistic, then I'm going to skip over the simplistic things. All right, so we have a couple no, yes. All right. So the people that said no, I'll do a brief explanation. Basically, there's a website that exists where you can hire people to do any sort of virtual task for you. Anything that can be done through the internet, you can get somebody to do it for you. If you need someone to do your taxes, you technically don't have to leave your house for taxes, to be quite honest. You can get someone to do it for you over there, online. If you need to, let's say, for example, edit a video, which is a virtual task, they can edit the video for you. If you need someone to write a paper for you, you can literally text somebody and tell them to write the paper for you and give them the information to actually write that paper for you. So Upwork and Fiverr allow you access to over millions of what they call freelancer that can do any sort of virtual task for you. Now, the good thing about this is majority of the people that are on this website are overseas. What that basically means, about 3 years ago, I went to Haiti. I went to visit after what, 15, 14 something years after I left. I never went back to visit. I never got the chance to. And I went back to visit. Anybody that have ever traveled in general, I'm not going to say that's from Haiti, ever travel, you left the state, you've gone to a country where the US dollar or their currency is devalued compared to the US dollar, you understand the power of the dollar. Now, for 3 days, actually for 2 days, me, my uncle, and my little cousin went to visit the second largest city in Haiti, which is Cap Haitian. And we're able to eat lunch, breakfast, and dinner after I converted my American dollar to Haitian good. We're able to eat lunch, breakfast, and dinner for 2 days for 3 people. And this isn't like a McDonald's meal. This was like, do yourself swag. Like, this is like, if we have any other Haitian here, this is like big meal for 3 people. And I only spent for 3 days $50. I literally only spent $50 for 3 days, US dollars. Now, obviously, in the United States, that's crazy. Especially here in Miami, it's not possible. I can try to do my best to fit that 50 into 3 days for 3 grown people. Full meal it's quite impossible. I don't think I haven't. There's probably some state that are hidden that I haven't heard about. Maybe some countryside that you can do this, but it's not really possible. So in these countries, you can go to a place like Pakistan, India, the Philippines, Morocco, Egypt, where the currency or the value where you can find somebody over there to do something that will cost you $1,000 for $20. No joke. Anybody that have gotten married, have gotten like an editor to edit the marriage video and things like that, you know that it costs like over $1,000. I did a photo shoot and I had to pay 1,500 for the photo shoot. It's not a joke. So it's quite expensive. Now with these websites, you can find somebody overseas to do the work for you. I won't even say the fraction of the price, for a lot lower. So there's a couple of these sites. To make this more simple, I'm just going to use one of them so we don't, there's no too much things to do, because most of them do the exact same thing. Now there's Upwork, there's also Fiverr, there's onlinejob.ph, there's Facebook group, which are the four biggest one. You believe it or not, Facebook group is one. Those are the four biggest one that I used to find team. But to make this more simpler, because you can build your first channel, just one channel, using just one of them. You don't need all four of them. I diversify because usually I tend to be working a little bit faster and I'm familiar with all of them. I have an account with all of them. So sometimes I'll just post a job at all of them. But to make this more simpler, because at the same time, the less thing that you have to do, the less work, it becomes less complication, more likely you're going to be able to fulfill this a lot more faster too. It's going to seem a lot less complex. So let's just do Fiverr, for example. Fiverr and Upwork are two of the biggest one. You can use Fiverr, for example, and all you're going to do It's free to create a website. Facebook is free, Fiverr is free, Upwork is free, all of them are free. Now, they might ask you to pay Fiverr. They always have like their higher pay, but you don't really need to post a job. Unless you, like me, you're gonna be hiring like hundreds of people every single month to be able to do something for you. Now, when you're posting the job, it's similar to because you finding somebody to put into the system, so that way you don't have to be in the system. That's why when we go to Indeed or those are kind of what those websites are. When you go to Indeed to look for a job, somebody's looking for somebody to put into their system. They're looking for somebody to work into their business, to actually plug a hole into the system to fulfill a part of the cogwheel. So the job is going to start, this is going to be the job format. It's going to be a title, summary of what you're looking for, introduction of your brand, obviously what your channel is going to be about, a long description of what you're looking for, identifying the quality you're looking for, because there's good editor, there's bad editor. There's honestly hundreds style of editing, to be quite honest, but we're not going to go too deep into that because that doesn't matter. I'm going to show you guys a trick. And of course, a call to action. If they're the right fit, here's how to get in contact with me. This is what the job post is going to look like. So I know some of you guys probably going to try to screenshot it. What you can do, let me just make sure this is active. It's going to be in the school community, so you guys can just copy and paste. Like I said before, when I started this challenge, I want to make sure the homeworks are no more than 30-minute long. I don't want you guys spending a long time trying to craft a message and things like that. This is exactly what I use. This is my script. Whenever I'm posting a job, I copy and paste this. So if you go to the classroom, I'm just going to make sure it's public right now, and you go to day 2 on the classroom, and day 2 resources and homework, you're gonna see the script. It's gonna be on the resource section. So it's like a PDF. You can just copy and paste it. Now, how the script go, remember, we're hiring a writer to write the script. We have a voiceover, then we have an editor, we have a thumbnail designer. Now, we're gonna skip the voiceover. We're gonna skip at the same time. Yep, we're gonna skip the voiceover, but we're gonna still look for a writer, an editor, and a thumbnail designer. So we're gonna look for 3 people, and I'll tell you why we skipped the voiceover. Now, this is the copy and paste for the exact same script. So I'm looking for a voiceover. Let's start with the writer. I'm looking for a writer for YouTube channel that focus on niche. The red part or the part that you plug and play, you put your own stuff. Mostly, a lot of you guys here have different niches, different channels, obviously different script. So I'm looking to start a YouTube channel and the health niche that focus on, which is going to be the goal, that focus on helping people better their health, um, informing people on how to live a better lifestyle. And our goal is for the channel is obviously the same thing, to bring the highest quality of content that help people improving their health. And obviously this is like, you can make up the mission, but make it actually something that goes with your niche. If you have like a sport channel, if you have like a MMA channel, for example, that's to help entertain and also inform people on the latest thing or latest news that's happening within the MMA. So it's actually, what is your channel purpose to do? Because every single channel there's a purpose. People watch the channel because it's tailored toward them. You click on a video on YouTube because there's something that is tailored about what you wanted to watch, and they got your interest, and you click on the video, which is basically why we picked a niche. Now, the requirement here, where it say paste the requirement, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna paste homework number 1, the link to one of the channels. That's why I said the more that you can find, the better. You're gonna paste the homework number 1 right here. And lastly, this, you guys can actually take that out. Usually before hiring somebody, I got on a Zoom call with them, but honestly, in the beginning when I started, I never really even speak to anybody. I just text. That's all that I did. Never really got on a call with them, but I started doing this a lot more because I worked on a lot more bigger channels. Sometimes I'm looking for other team member or expand. So I tend to look for people that speak a lot of time very good English. And I want to solidify. Usually by speaking with somebody in a 10-minute Zoom call, I can solidify if they're actually legit or not. Because sometimes you're going to get people that say, as a writer, that say that they know MMA, right? But they don't really know MMA. And they have to know the niche for the most part. And the requirement when you paste the channel link, one that you're going to paste also, is for the writer requirement, you must know the niche. If your channel is about health, they must be into health. For example, if we go to Fiverr real quick, it's exactly something that you're going to do. You can type in the search writer or writer for health. English doesn't have to be the best. So we have this guy. I would write and publish guest posts on health, beauty. Gonna go down a little bit more. I would write health, fitness, medical ebook. I would write beauty, health, lifestyle. Go a little bit more down. I'm gonna skip this guy. The reason I'm gonna skip this guy is when you open their profile, you can see that this guy is, yeah, South Africa. I was expecting the state because that's very expensive, I'll be quite honest, at least for that position. Um, but I'm looking for, you guys can write this down also. I look for people in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. We also have the Philippines. These are the four top countries of where 90% of my freelancers is from. There's some other one, but these are the four main countries. They have amazing people, great work ethic, and also the US dollar goes a long way in these countries. So we have this girl right here, Dr. Sarah. If we look at Dr. Sarah bio, hi, it's me. I'm a medical expert in clinical psychiatrist. In addition to a bachelor degree in medicine, I hold a master's degree in psychology. Throughout my career as a health and wellness writer, I have gained 5 years of experience. I'm an expert in the following, yada, 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 yada. I definitely did not spend 5 years in college for health. I most likely would not. That was one of the career my parent wanted me to do, but I'm like, I'm not going to spend 5, 10 years in school for that. um, and if you're going to hire a doctor in the state, obviously they're not going to allow even like $40. I'm going to go into the pricing too because it's just too much work and they get paid way more in their job to be able to do this. But you have talented people, as somebody who was born in what's considered a third world country. You have talented people that will go to school for 5, 10 years and they can't even find a job in their field. They can't even make money to provide for their family. A lot of them are on this website trying to get by. Believe it or not, you're helping also a lot of people life. I have some on my freelancers that work for me on my team that wish me happy birthday. I don't know how they know my birthday because I never put that out there. But some way, somehow they find it that wish me happy birthday. They're going on my social media, always liking my stuff, putting heart comment. It actually meant a lot for them. For me, I didn't realize it, but for them, that $20, $15 or $5 per video that you're giving them, it goes a long way for them. And she's an expert in what she does, speak English perfectly, German perfectly. You'd be surprised. Some of those people are more Americanized than I am. And she's very well versed into the health. When we look at this specific lady right here, let's go into her bio, live in Pakistan. Now, I don't really like it. I'm not seeing really in the credential there, especially for a health channel. You want to make sure they're into the space. We have this guy right here, live in Nigeria. Hi, I'm Dr. Josh, a medical ghostwriter over 10 years of experience. I use background as a doctor, researcher, educator to create captivating ebook. 10 years ago, I was 13. I was, what was that? I was about to enter middle school. So, well, middle school? Yeah, I think I was already in middle school. So this is somebody I'm going to hire to run a channel for me that's about health and being able to generate more than a doctor is making at 23. So all you do, there's a contact me. You're gonna paste the script, copy and paste the script right there, and you click send. And I usually reach out to 3 people per role. The reason is because sometime his average response rate is an hour. So he is in Nigeria, so it's probably a whole different time zone for him. So for him, it's 12 a.m. for him right now. Actually, it's 12 a.m. So it's probably about to go to sleep. So I know I've had people I reach out to, it takes like a week and they respond to me back. And I'm somebody, I move really fast. When I want to do something, I have to do it really fast. I have to get the channel launched within less than a week. So basically, I reach out to 3 people at a time, whoever responds to me first, and they can send me proof. Obviously, as any job, it's not very complex. They send me proof that they've actually worked with different channels or different past experience, different past project related to what I'm actually looking for. Then what I do a final audit, I get a Zoom call with them. I speak to them. I'm not a health doctor. I'm not going to ask them health question. I just want to connect with the person because usually when I speak to them, I can look at their face. I can ask them a question like, how long you been doing this? What made you into medical school and things like that. Based on that answer, I can know, okay, this person is legit. And then you also will be able to tell because I've hired people where they fooled me. And when people are commenting on the video, false, not true, I go back to the writer. Why is it not true? So we get another person. So you do the exact same thing for an editor, for a thumbnail designer. I'm looking for a thumbnail designer for each channel that focus on health, whatever your niche is. And right here, you're going to put the example of homework number 1. Just copy and paste the link for more homework number 1. And the pay, you're going to put the pay right here, which I'm going to be discussing. So very simple, copy and paste my stuff. You guys don't have to, rewrite anything. This is what I've been using for the last 6 years. Now, basically next to it now, I've updated the price. I used to pay 10 to 15 per script to actually get written. And I used to pay $20 for the voiceover artist to have like the voiceover in the background. And I used to pay $25 to $30 for the video editing. And I used to pay $5 to get a thumbnail created. When you add that up on the chat, do we have any Map Genius? When you add that up, how much that comes to be? Let me see how quick people are. Wellbone is very fast. All right, 70. Yeah, someone said 65, so someone is wrong. I see 70, I see 65, so somebody is wrong. All right, 70. Now, with the help of AI, which when I started, I didn't have any of these tools. With the help of AI, you can use ChatGPT to create the script. Now, ChatGPT, for example, if you have like a news channel, if you're uploading about Trump and stuff like the election, if you ask ChatGPT what happened with Trump yesterday, it won't have the data. It's a little bit, it's a couple, I think it's about a year behind. Somebody can correct me on the exact time frame. But if you have a history channel where you're uploading content more of the past, it will work perfectly. Now, I'm saying that because for some niches, you might still need the full writer. Now, ChatGPT, I pay $5. Now, ChatGPT is free. They have a pro version, but I'll talk about why it's $5. For the voiceover, I pay $1. It's still called 11 now. I'm going to talk about why it's $1. And for the video editor, I still pay $25 to $30. And for the thumbnail designer, I still pay $5. That's averaging usually most YouTube videos on average is 10-minute long or 10-minute long video. Now, there's a lot of AI too that have come out from text to video that can edit video for you, but none of them is perfected yet. If I've tried in video, I've tried almost most of the tools that are out there. None of them are perfected. So that's why I still have an editor go, because a lot of them are very, very basic editing. For example, when you have a video and you're talking about Trump did this yesterday or Trump almost got shot, you want to show a picture of Trump almost got shot. You want to show a video of Trump. And some of those AI tools are not updated to the point where you can pull image and video, where they might just put a picture of like a ballot or a random speaker on stage, where they have nothing to do with the voiceover saying. So we still use an editor that goes in and edit the whole video for us. And we still use a designer that create the whole design for us. Now, if you add up the price, 5 plus 1 plus 30 plus 35. Can somebody give me that number? See who will get it first. We have 41. So we have 41. Now, 11 lab, and on the school also, I'll put the link. Like I said, on the classroom, all the link will be there. For 11 lab, it's $22 a month. Now, they have a lower subscription, but I pay for the $20 a month one. It used to be 11, but it brought it to $22. On average, I tell people, usually I recommend like 3 videos a week to be uploaded. It's a lot more. It's usually that consistency is going to help your channel to grow a lot more faster. So even if we do like about 20 videos, 3 times 4, that's going to be around 12 videos a month. Usually I aim for, even if you upload like 22, you upload almost every other day. You get 22 videos. I dial it down to $1 per day. Now, it might be $5 per video for you. So if you're uploading less, if you're uploading 4 videos a month, 40 by 22, that's how much you get. So it's a subscription. Now, basically, this is how you get a video made once, and 2, 3, 5 months down the line, a year, 2 years down the line, that $45 still pay out and still going up. And that's why I tell people my channels are 97% profit. When people say, well, where does the 3% go? It goes to those people. And I make most of the money in the background. I don't write a script. And also I put ChatGPT for $5 right here because I still pay a writer on Fiverr to proofread the script. Even if you're gonna be talking about like a history lesson, remember I told you guys, I don't even want to be going to Amazon and opening the door like Jeff Bezos. I don't even want to be going to ChatGPT and generating a script. I don't want to be involved at all. Even if it's simple as generating something, I want somebody else to generate for me so I can be completely out of the business. So I hire a writer within the space that will use AI to generate the script. But Because sometimes, believe it or not, AI would do make mistake, or they might take certain things out of different contexts. That person is proofreading it. If you're writing a script of how to cure a headache, right? ChatGPT can give you some information on that. But you want the writer, the expert, to proofread it, right? Sometimes we make it more conversational and to be able to actually pass it into the editor. And usually the editor would use 11 Lab to generate the voiceover and edit the video. The thing about 11 Lab is you can feed it your voice and it can create another version of your voice. Anybody who ever seen the video of Trump or Morgan Freeman or any celebrity saying something? The other day I saw one, I forgot who was it. I think it was like one of those wrestler. I forgot who was it. Anybody ever seen this video on YouTube? Like Trump will be cussing or rapping, something he wouldn't do. And some people think it's him. Now we live in a time where I can record somebody here saying something for like 30 seconds. I can use your voice and have you say something completely different and put into a video. So with 11 Lab, it have over 1,000 realistic human voiceover you can use. These are professional voiceover artists that they put into a software. You can use their voice. Every single the channel that you guys saw in the beginning that I played from day one to today, every single one of them was AI. My channel, I don't have a real person. So the personality is AI speaking. People are listening to the news about Trump and things like that from AI voiceover. So I have a voice. Sometimes we give them a name on the channel. It's all AI. It's not a real person. Now, over 2 years ago, I used to use a person to do it, or Drake or Tupac singing. I used to use a human, but now it's just all AI. So this is the exact same process. For example, we had Danny took his channel to 7,000 a month, uploading like 3 videos a day on his channel, and it was a self-development channel. Got the channel to $7,400 on a monthly basis. I had Kidda. I'm just gonna skim through this video just to save time. Kidda started his channel. Kidda Cormier, he have a big YouTube channel. I remember when he came, he had a big YouTube channel, personal channel. He talked about finance. He's also was big into like Shopify. So he's talking about Shopify on YouTube channel. And he came to me, we built him a finance channel. And the first 28 days got over 830 dollars. 81,000 views came in, over 800 subscribers that came in with a very new channel. Even his personal channel is not growing at that pace. And we have Julie, which is Grandma at 6, went from $0 to $2,000 on a monthly basis. Now, the good thing about these channels also compared to personal channel is that because you're not involved, for example, my channel, let me go back. Like one of the channel that I showed you guys, we're uploading 5 to 10 videos a day. I know it sounds crazy, but when you're making like 45,000 a month, like the more video we make, the more money that we make. We spent like 70 with this channel specifically because we do like longer video. So it's like 21, it's a lot longer video. We spent $70 on a video, and every single video make the money back 10x. So it's just like a game right now. We uploaded 4 hours ago, 8 hours ago. The last 24 hours, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos uploaded. So it's just a game of just like money come in, a few amount of the money come out. Major profit, major profit. So basically, with when you're running a personal channel, for example, you're tied into being the person, be on camera, and sometimes if you want to keep up to date with the news, you have to be here and there. But when you have the thing automated, if Trump got shot tonight, tomorrow morning there's a video on my channel about it. If Trump got shot tonight, tomorrow morning CNN's talking about it. If a movie come out and I have a Hollywood movie channel, suddenly out of nowhere, Leonardo DiCaprio is making a movie. It's gonna come out. It's gonna be one of the biggest thing. Next day, we'll make a video about it. So it's also allowing you to adapt because obviously, as you're running a media company, to adapt, your team is adapting to what's happening right now, providing the video as instantly as soon as possible to at the same time. And we had Kevin that went from $0 to $10,000 a month. Now, usually with a lot of these people, I usually get on a call with them and I have them actually reveal the niche in their channel with to me and also talk to me about their process. Now, it took Kevin 2 months, which is usually, I'll be quite honest, and I'm going to give the expectation to at the same time because I want to give you guys clear expectation. On average, it took most YouTubers even like 6 months up to a year. It took Mr. Beast 2 years to get monetized, which means to start getting paid on YouTube. So what we're doing here is not normal. Now, I recorded this video with Kevin. Let me know if you guys want me to play it. I can skip it to at the same time. It's like 3 minutes. He went over the channel, how much video that he uploaded and things like that, and his number. Do you guys want to hear it? Like, give me a yes or play it or a no. Okay, so we have a lot of yes. Okay, so I'll play it for 3 minutes. Let me full screen it.
All right, so this is my views, my earnings.
Can you guys hear the audio? Just want to make sure. Okay, awesome.
So I started full disclosure. I started uploading on February 12th. That was when I posted the first 5 videos. And in the first, I guess till the end of February, I earned $160, which is not shown here because it's only the last 28 days. But you see how on the bottom there, I posted 4 and 5. So as soon as man, I went like ballistic. Boom, 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 like all at once. And see that little spike right there by the 5? That was what jacked my earnings from so like the first 21 days, my 20th day, I was at $20. And right there when I posted 5, it jumped up to $100. So it went from 20 to 100, and it went up and up and up. And if you see, like I went 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, and I just, the more videos I uploaded, the higher my thing went. And you can actually see the dips where I posted 2 right there. It says 4, 5, 3, 2. As soon as I went 2, it went down a little bit. And then when I went 3, 3, and see where the 2s are at, you can see all the 2s, there's dips in the analytics. And so the less videos that you post, the less obviously views you're going to get, but it actually does make a big difference. And my highest day was there on March 20th. It was $498. I made that day. But I wrote down my my earnings, how long it took me to get to where it was. Let's see. Okay, so day 15 of uploading was my first $20 day. Day 20 was my first $100 day. Day 29 was my first $200 day. And then day 34 was my first $300 day. And then on day like 36, it jumped up to like almost $500 in that day. And then I had like 400, and then now it hovers around 280 to 300 a day. So, but I'm telling you, the consistency, I'm telling you, whatever you have to do. I mean, obviously thumbnails and titles play a big factor, but whatever you have to do, never stop uploading. I'm telling you, like, think about it. All the biggest channels that you've ever seen that have, you know, hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers, the difference between them and everybody else is that they never stopped uploading. Even if you have to upload for a year and a half, like Graham Stephan, he uploaded for a year and a half before his channel hit 10K a month. And then it was just up and up and up. Now he's making like a couple million a year. But if you make the decision now to say, I'm never gonna stop uploading, I promise you with every ounce of me that you will succeed and you will make these kind of earnings in a relatively short amount of time. But just never stop. The people that don't succeed are the people that stop. I'm telling you.
From the video alone, I'm very curious. What was the biggest takeaway that you guys took from the video? What was your biggest takeaway from the video on the chat? Someone say never stop. Consistency. Be consistent. Numbers matter. And in simple term, to break down the video, when Kevin started, like that's why I say Kevin was like he was one of those rare cases when he actually started. And I noticed on the channel he was actually uploading every single day. He was uploading every other day, and then with the team he went every single day. And as you started seeing the revenue coming in, because obviously the more video that you put out, usually new videos get a lot more traction within a faster time frame. in the first couple of days and usually kind of average out, which is why you have video you uploaded that might make 5,000 and then every single day is bringing $1 per day. And when you have 100 video on the channel combined, you have 100 video bringing $1 a day. That's where it's very easy and it's normal to bring $100 a month. Well, $100 a day. 100 times $1, $100 a day. It's just simple math. And the only thing is, and as Kevin said, it took, for example, Mr. Beast took him like over 3 years. It took Grim7 uploading every single day. Actually, I think 3 times a week on his finest channel. Is one of the biggest finest channel on YouTube. Before he was even monetized, started getting paid. And obviously those people, like Mr. Beast right now, he's like he's like one of the GOAT on YouTube. But when he started, he didn't resort the right strategy, which is uploading videos. A lot of people just go on YouTube, just upload random videos. There's no real strategy going behind it. And everything you guys are learning here is the strategy behind success. And I really believe success leaves clues. If one person was able to do it at a higher level, if you watch Mr. Beast's older video that won't getting traction compared to his new videos, there's a massive difference. Even in the back end, there's a massive difference of thing happening that some of you guys probably don't notice, basically. Now, how many of you guys, like I said from day one, when you see that video, you said that if he's able to do it, then I'm able to do it. How many of you guys are claiming that this will be you? Like, there's no reason that you can't do this also.
All right.
Awesome. Awesome. And another big thing, for example, we have Gene. I brought this up and also put this on here. Gene is a fellow Haitian as I am. Used to live in Chile, migrated to Chile, and was working as a nurse assistant, making $1,000 a month. Now, this was the first week when he started his channel. Or just like
start growing. I feel
even his English wasn't that good.
very happy about that. And food, he really knows what he's doing. I really appreciate his time.
And if we go through when he showed the channel, I'm just gonna skip through when he showed the channel. Within the first 20 days, the channel brought in $22, got 3.7 thousand subscribers. Or 3.7 thousand views, my apology. Around 3,000 views, brought in $22. Now, within 3 months, got it to $1,000 a day. From $1,000 a month to $1,000 a day, was able to take care of his family back home in Haiti. Actually, he messaged me on Instagram, was able to get his visa to actually come to the United States. And it's all through YouTube. Funny thing is, he actually hired some people in Chile to run the channel for him. People that used to work with him, or the one that he hired to basically automate the channel. Now, in Gene's case, I'll be quite honest, he didn't have that much fun. He didn't have that much money starting out. Now, one big thing that I tell people, especially if you're an American, one thing I realize is how lucky that we are as Americans to be here. I've seen so many people, obviously, in different countries that doesn't have too much opportunity, that was able to take this to the next level. I've seen people that made, believe it or not, the high 6 figures a month with this, that are living in places like India. But if you live in the US, you have a big advantage. Now, one of the major things that I've learned, it wasn't until about 2 years ago that I've learned is, do you guys know that most wealthy people, when you're looking at like most of the wealthy investors for the most part, do not use their own capital? I know a lot of people say they don't pay taxes and things like that. Do not use their own capital. If you look at Microsoft, even when you look at Apple, Apple is over a couple $100 billion in debt. They're a $1 trillion company. They're one of the most profitable companies in the world. How so? You know, some of the most profitable companies, they leverage and said other people money, even still while they're profiting, putting their money into different assets, other people money to invest into, whether it's a product testing, whether it's launching new things, which is very weird. 2 years ago, I was discovering that. I had a friend of mine that put me on. I'm not going to talk about, I'm not an expert. Like, this is not my field. I just thought I'd mention it. Some people said OPM, which is the phrase. I didn't know what OPM was till like 2 years ago. And this specific channel right here, I uploaded 5 videos every single day, 5 to 10 actually, every single day. That's about $370 if you do at least 5 to 10, the amount, about $370 on a daily basis to get videos done. And if you time that by 30, because we're uploading every single day, that's over close to about 8,000, 9,000, maybe a little bit higher spent. in like 30 days. Now, obviously, for the channel, it just brought in 99,000 the last 30 days. So it's not a big deal. I don't spend my own capital. Like the money I make from YouTube, obviously, it's not just going to my bank account. It's going toward other asset. It's also going toward building other channel. Obviously, that helped me with tax write-off and things like that. It's going toward building other channel. Also going to other assets. Now, what I learned 2 years ago, I started using the exact same strategy because I studied some of the most wealthiest people, which is why I started reading books. I used to hate reading books. And then I started reading like biographies and different things like that because I wanted to know what took Amazon to being the everything store that it is today. What took Microsoft to being the company that it is today. And that was one of the most powerful things that I've learned from this book, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, is they leverage other people's money. Even for I was like, I mean, I'm investing into this channel, but yeah, somebody called Good Debt versus Bad Debt. And this was when I have I don't have my other one. I have my wallet, but I have a second wallet. I'm not somebody who buy Gucci or things like that or a designer into credit card. I started getting into business funding. This is where I was able to start getting like stuff like these cards, like I have a Navy Fed, fuck off the number a little bit. I started getting into business funding. And what I discovered too at the same time, some of those people leverage these funding without even paying any interest or percentage on them. Because whenever we buy a house, we get a car. there's interest. We have to pay that extra $5,000, $10,000 extra when we finish paying the car off in 48 months. And I realized there's different banks that give people access to funding where it's like 8-12 month period where I can have an Amex with a 50K limit and I can use that 50K. I don't even need that much to start a channel and then ramp up my channel and do as many videos as possible and then even pay that back. I don't even need 18 months as soon as possible. And obviously build my credit and things like that, yada, yada, yada. Amex raised my limit to 50 to 70,000 and going up and up and up and up, which is amazing, which is cool. So now you kind of have that fund that you can use also at the same time. And I've seen people that were able to do this too, where they leverage other people's money so they doesn't have to use their own capital. Now, obviously, when I was 21, I didn't know about credit. The only card that I had, my first card, was actually a Discover card. I had like a $1,300 limit on there. And I had a 680 credit score. Because I barely use it, I just bought gas, and so I had a decently good credit score. Did anybody actually know this? Or are you guys like me, like discovering this like just 2 years ago, or even today? Someone said student loan stopped me. All right, some people actually know this, right? So a lot of people are new to it. Right? Someone said I would discover a card too. So that's why I started. That's where I started. And if you have a good credit score, now I'm not a credit guy, you're able to actually even leverage it to be able to get yourself a lot further ahead than most people. And at the same time, you don't even have to leverage your own money in your own fund. Like I told you guys, I'm giving you guys like even all my tactic, even stuff that I do on the side, so you guys can actually use it to leverage it yourself. Now, I'm not an expert at this. I have a friend of mine that teach me all those things. And obviously there's a lot of YouTube videos about it too at the same time. So you can actually leverage that also at the same time. How many of you guys have like a good credit? Like you have a 700 plus credit. If you have a 700 plus credit, and obviously you don't have very high utilization rate, you can actually use that and leverage that, obviously for any other investment. So this was like a major secret that I personally had to learn myself. So, like I'm saying, whether you feel like I don't have money, I don't have the skills, so I can edit. If you can hear me, you can see me, you can do YouTube too at the same time. Like I said before, every video that I showed you guys to put yourself in their shoes, if they're able to do it, then I'm able to do it. Now, today homework is going to be, obviously, you guys don't have to use all this website. I put them also in school. It's going to be to post your job, to find the talents, 3 people per role so that we can have a higher rate of people responding. If you have never used ChatGPT, which not for most people have, I even use it more than Google. So I'll be up some night like researching, thinking about different things. I'm asking ChatGPT and have a conversation with it. So create a ChatGPT account. It's free. Create an 11 Lab account. They have a free version, but I think it's like for a couple of months and also it's very limited. you can create like a paid version of 11 Lab to have that ready for the team, and the editor is going to have access to that to create the content for you. So go and create this account. And of course, for proof that you actually did the homework, post post a screenshot of the job post, at least one of them, one of the outreach. Post a screenshot and post it onto school. And that's going to be the homework for day 2. So on the chat, let me know if that's understandable. Give me a clear understandable, or yes, or why, or yay, whichever one, if it's pretty simplistic. Very awesome, awesome. And I'll make a post also for the homework. And again, for the people that shows up late, recording will be available for 24 hours, VIP people. Recording will be available on the VIP section, which you can actually download it to at the same time to get the other resources that are on the VIP section. Awesome. Congratulations, guys. This is the end of day 2. Now, Dr. Mike just texted me. So I'm the MC for tonight. What we're going to be doing now for the next 30 minutes, as we always say, the last 30 minutes, we're going to leave it for the Q&A to answer whatever question you guys may have. Now, if you have the VIP background, for example, like I see Nathan had the VIP background, Carlos had the VIP background. If you update it to VIP, you might as well put the VIP background in the back if you have questions. That way I can actually call you first and I can actually answer your question. But if you have any question, what we'll do is obviously you can put your question on the chat too, and then I'm going to answer all the question. And I had one person once I was like, Fro, you didn't answer my question. If you were putting question in the chat while I was teaching, I probably most likely didn't see it. So when I'm teaching, you can write the question down and ask me at the end so that we actually get it. So I'm going to rush through this question to get as much as possible so that we don't waste time. And also, different than yesterday, guys, it's going to be very hard for some people, but one question at a time. We're going to go to the next person. If we have more time, there's no question, and we have more time, it's not 8 yet. I'm going to come back to you, and then I'll take your question. So what we can do, you can also raise your hand, or you can put it on the chat, and make sure if I'm going to be speaking to you, please be sure to turn on your camera. I just prefer to see who I'm speaking to. That's all. Doesn't have to be a great background. Doesn't matter. Just if you can have your camera on, that would be awesome. Let's do. I don't see any hand raised, so I'm going to go to the chat real quick. Where do I get the VIP background? It's going to be in the VIP section of school. So go to the classroom section on school, and then there's a VIP experience. I believe that's what it's titled. There's a VIP experience, and then when you click the VIP experience or VIP resources, go to benefit. Then once you go to benefit, there's a link that said access here. It's the VIP website, and at the end, you're going to see VIP background of that website. Now, somebody said, can you create multiple channels in one email or different email account? Every single channel that I create another email for it. So it's a whole different email, a whole nother brand, a whole separate entity. And the reason I do that is, this is worst case scenario. I've never had it happen to me. I've only seen it happen to one person, is people who get hacked these days. Now there's 2-factor verification. So I usually create another email for each channel. Worst case scenario, because I own multiple different channels, I put them into different email. So that way I lose one channel, because I've seen somebody lose a channel before. It was one of the most devastating thing. I couldn't even imagine happening to me. That way I just lose one thing. It's worst case scenario. And at the same time too, when you create multiple different, because you can create up to, I think 20 plus channel in just one email. When you create multiple channel in one email, they're all tied together. So if something happened with one channel, now some of you guys will probably face this. It's not a big deal if you have the right team. Let's say a video that they upload is copyright, right? They just copy and paste somebody else's video. Maybe one of the team became lazy and they just took a whole video from another channel they uploaded. You're gonna get a small copyright. It's not gonna be too big of a deal, but sometimes it might affect the other channels that are on that exact same email. What happened to one channel will happen to all the other channel. So in a way, I'm not putting all my fruit in just one basket. I create separate email for those channels. Now, how do you create a video in the first place? Idea, based on the niche. And tomorrow we're going to talk about the idea, how the idea get done. So today we're building the team. So tomorrow we're going to put everything together from idea all the way to the video being uploaded. So today we talk about that. Idea is going to come in. We haven't talked about that tomorrow because we're going to tie that into virality, because we're going to talk about how to go viral tomorrow. You have a writer, top 10 way to dribble like LeBron. Idea, you write the script. What are the top 10 way? And once you have the script, you have the text on Google Doc, whichever PDF, a voiceover, read it, lab, editor, basically take that voiceover, take that audio, edit the video, right? Find the LeBron clips and things like that. And then you have that video, basically it's finished at this point, but you have a thumbnail designer that add a thumbnail to it, the cover picture, and the video get uploaded. So now, obviously, it might sound a complex process. Believe it or not, I put all these people together. I'm going to put them into a WhatsApp group. I don't even conversate with them. I just tell them, hey, writer, when you're done with this, give it to the editor. Okay, he's gonna do the voiceover and the video. Hey, editor, when you're done with this, give it to the thumbnail designer. Okay, you don't have to give it to me. Hey, thumbnail designer, when you're done with this, upload it to the channel. On day 4, I'm gonna show you guys how to give people access to the channel. You don't have to give them your password and email. There's a way you can do that. They won't see you earning too. So most of you guys, if you work a 9 to 5, you probably don't know how much your company is bringing. If you probably know, you probably would ask them for a raise. So they won't see like the personal stuff. So they'll only be able to upload the video on the channel for you. So now you don't even have to click upload. They don't have to send you the video too. So remember, we just have to look for these people first, and we're going to plug and play all of them together, and then it's going to be automated. Like I said, as all 5 they come together, it all will make sense. Someone said, is it okay? Nathan, you can go next while I'm reading this question. Is it okay to link multiple? Okay, I've already answered that. One question raised in to ask. All right, you can go ahead, Nathan.
All right. Oh, can you hear me okay?
Perfectly.
Fantastic. Hey, buddy. Hey, my question is this. For channels that are set up for news feeds or celebrity news, how do you find those stories? How do you find those clips?
So the stories, which is a script, if you're uploading news, how the process is, how they do it is based on research, right? For example, the celebrity gossip channel, my writer, this dude is subscribed to most of the Instagram pages, because usually those Instagram pages about celebrities. So he follow all the news. He knows when things happen right away because he's writing the script in real time. So you writer, that's why they have to know the space. They have to watch a sport. They have to be interested into history. So that way they can actually do it for you. So the writer will do that manually. It's based on research. Even before AI, when I first started in the very, very beginning, I even did some of the video myself just to go through the whole process. I just use Google, right? I have the idea, I Google. Obviously, I see different article about the topic, and I'll reword certain things, right? I'll move things around, make it more conversational, add more of a human touch to it, and then that's my script. So that's the way that they basically do it. Usually they're into the space, to know the space naturally. And a lot of you guys probably watch the news. You probably know what happened yesterday. You probably watched the election or something about the election yesterday. So their whole job is writing the script, and their whole job is to be a researcher. Always keep up to date with what's happening, or keep up to date with what's trending within the niche, which we're going to talk about tomorrow too at the same time. And what you tied a second question, but one question at a time, but I'll answer the second question. What was the second question?
I don't have a second question.
Oh, okay. All right. And that was clear. Okay, awesome. Princess?
Yes, hello. I have 2 questions. The first one is it okay to use an already existing YouTube page that was originally a, let's say, personality channel? And the second question is, how do you get followers for a brand new channel? And if you're going to work with the pre-existing YouTube page, do you delete everything and start afresh from scratch?
So can you build on top of our already existing channel? And the second question is?
The second question is, for a brand new page, how do you get followers? And also, if you're going to use a pre-existing page, do you delete everything that you have posted prior to starting this faceless channel?
Okay. You're gonna make every single person here beat me up. I'll answer both questions. Now, I love your accent, by the way.
Thank you.
With the first question, I tell people they can build on, some people, they already saw a YouTube channel, they might have some traction or some subscribers. you can build on top of it if it's a profitable niche. It doesn't matter if people are already used to seeing your face. If you were showing your face, you can still build like a channel. I mean, if you want to replicate your voice, you can still do that. But it have to be related to a profitable faceless niche, as we discussed yesterday. Now, some people, they might have a channel that have 100 subscribers, something very little, or they were doing vlogs, recording their family vacation trips like that, and doing random stuff. So there was never a topic. If you were uploading random videos, like you talked about my music lesson, and then you talked about having a baby, and then you talked about going to Barbados. Those are different topics all over the place. Even if you have 200 subscribers from that, I tell people start from scratch, because the algorithm, we're going to be discussing that tomorrow, it tracked the data from all of your subscriber, who they are, what do they like to watch, and it's recommending videos based on their watch history to similar audience. And if you start a channel in a specific niche where those people don't watch a video, they're not going to click on the video because it's not of their interest, because usually we don't click on a video that doesn't interest us, then it's also going to hurt the channel too, especially in the beginning. So I tell people it's better to start with a fresh channel that have no history. So you can have, as you upload 10 plus video, YouTube starts seeing a pattern. Okay, this channel is about basketball, because all the videos have basketball and different keywords on there. So YouTube start looking at the pattern of your new video to figure out who to go with the video to. So if it have some history and it was on one niche, then yes. But if not, it was multiple different niche, multiple different videos topic, then no. With traction, tomorrow will be all about how can we get views and subscribers into our channel.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, Samuel, you can go ahead.
Hey man. Um, my question was like it was more toward your job posting on this platform like Fiverr or Upwork or this platform. Like when you post those jobs on there in order to hire your freelancers, is it like a full-time thing? So where they get regularly, like for example, like where they get like for example, you pay like you can spend up to from $45 up to $70 um for an entire video. Is that like for every for each video that they make, they get in that pay? Like let's say like for the day you do like 5 videos, right? Five
Mhm.
videos, right? And then let's say for 5 videos, let's say it's average, or just an example, like I don't know, like 300 and something bucks, right?
Right.
And then is that like a consistent thing? Like they get like for example today they do 5 videos, they get 250, and then the next day they do 5 videos, they get another 250, and then the next day it's kind of like a full-time job.
So basically, it's kind of like a full-time job in a way. When you post in the job, when you post in the job for the thumbnail designer, for example, it's $5 per thumbnail. You're gonna put $5. So each of their job will have their fixed rate per project that is done. Now, my team personally, I pay them every single 2 weeks, so every 15 and last day of the month. Similar to a 9 to 5, right? How many videos we
Okay,
did in the
so
last 2 weeks? Hope you did 5. I pay you $5 per thumbnail. All right, it's 25 that gets into you. So basically, I follow the exact same structure as 9 to 5, like I said. It's like a company. Naturally, they pay you every 2 weeks. I try to do it every single month, so that way I only have to deal with that once a month. I even have a treasury girl that actually does this for me now. But most people, they're asking me for it. Can I get some money early? Because I have to do this, do that. So I figure out usually 2 weeks, nobody really asks question. They don't really ask for money early. And I think that's why most 9 to 5 do it every 2 weeks. 1 week is a little bit too
mhm.
much giving out money,
Okay.
but 2 week is like
That's
perfect. So
okay,
you don't
so
have
it's
to
just
pay
like
them
you have
every
a
single
payroll.
day. Yeah, so you don't have to pay them
Okay.
after every single project. And also on
Okay.
Fiverr and Upwork, you can create like milestone. So that way,
Mhm.
every single specific, when they do, if you're uploading a video a week, for example, that's going to be 2 videos every 2 weeks. Every single 2 videos, the payment get released to them. And the good thing is also with these websites is when you receive the work, you actually receive the work before the payment gets sent to them. So Upwork hold the
Mm.
payment. So if the video is not good, if they send you a video that's not good, that's crappy. And some people might say, what is a high quality video for it? Homework from day one. We're looking for the successful channel because you see their editing style. You see no channel get to 1,000,000, 100,000 subscriber from the homework or
Mm.
successful by having crappy video. People watch
Mhm.
it for a reason, and YouTube doesn't promote channel just like that. So if they can fulfill that same quality as the competitor or even something higher where it's even more entertainment, I think most people hear what's a good movie and a bad movie is. Obviously, you go to the movie theater, if it's that bad, you're not going to want to sit down. If the editing is that bad, if they're saying Will Smith is walking in the door and then there's, I don't know, there's Johnny Bravo. I just made that up. It's not matching. So obviously you're not going to want to watch it. So if you don't want to watch a video, I don't watch news, but my videos are entertaining. The fact that I don't watch news and I still spend 10 minutes to watch a video and I was like, that was really good. That was a good video. So trust me, most people know what a good quality video is.
And this is why also when you said to provide a screenshot and find a video based on our niche that's very successful, you send them that sample so they can match it, or even
Exactly.
if you that okay, gotcha, okay.
Exactly. Because a lot of editors are gonna say, what style do you want?
Okay.
I sent you the example. Sometimes they're gonna say, what do you want in your thumbnail? What style? You're gonna send the example. And usually those people, you do want them to be creative, you're not gonna tell them the detail. I don't tell my writer what to write about. They have the topic, I don't know, just write whatever is the top 10 thing about this. It's like you do the research. You're the editor, you find the right clip and put them together. So somebody who know how to do their work, you're not gonna hire a doctor and say, like, yeah, I think you put the knife there and you might have to do this. They should know how to do it. All right.
Thank you, man. Thank
My
you.
pleasure. Stu, Derek, you can go ahead.
Okay. I'm kind of confused about the subject of, you say we hire these guys. So like the script writer, the voiceover, the video editor. Do we keep, I guess, do we have to keep going through Fiverr or Upwork to get in contact with them? Or do we what do we have to do to get them away from that platform to kind of hire them when you're working just with them instead of paying? Or is it extra money to pay to them through Fiverr and Upwork and everything? And,
Yeah, it's a good
the
question.
other thing is, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
And the other thing is, how do they get you, I guess, your videos and stuff? So I get the script writer writes the script. How does he send that back to me? Or how does he send that to the voiceover guy? And the voiceover guy does his job. Does he have to send it back to me so I can send it to the video editor? Like, how does that all work?
So I only go on Fiverr usually for the team once, right? Because when you have the McDonald's, you find the cashier. You only need two cashier. You find two cashier. You're not on Indeed anymore, looking for more application. So I only find the team member once, unless, which doesn't happen often. You know, sometimes people they stop being a writer. Hey, Fred, I'm moving to another country. I'm moving to a new things. Oh, okay, no problem. Find another writer. I go back on Fiverr. So you only find them once and you put them into the system. Now, what I do is almost every single person in the world, especially people overseas, have WhatsApp. I know a lot of American doesn't use WhatsApp, but anybody that is an immigrant to the United States, you communicate through WhatsApp with family because you just need to have internet. You can call people, FaceTime people. So I create a WhatsApp group. Some people do Facebook group, Discord group, but I use WhatsApp because it's a universal thing. It's very easy to use. Soon as I got them, I like the sample. For example, the editor will send me a sample. He will do a sample from himself. I'm like, this is a good one. Script writer will send me a sample. I'm not a good writer myself, so sometimes I just trust them for the most part. I'll probably put in ChatGPT and I'll put it into like a plagiarism checker on Google, make sure it's not copy and paste, right? Trying to fool me. And if it's good, then I usually hire them. So basically, once I have them, I put all them into a WhatsApp group, right? What's your phone number? Send me your phone number, put into a WhatsApp group. Usually Fiverr and Upwork, they don't like that because they want you to do business through their platform, but I want to get them in my ecosystem, right? I'm hiring them. So sometimes I even send a screenshot that say, hey, send your phone number so they won't pick it up. And once I get their phone number, I add them into a WhatsApp group. Now, they gonna make money, they're gonna work with me, and I tell them, hey, to work in my company, I need to have you in a communication platform, which is gonna be a WhatsApp group. So basically, once I get into the WhatsApp group, hey, writer, usually they're gonna get the idea. Tomorrow we'll be discussing that. Once the writer write the script, in the beginning, you can look at it I hate reading for the most part. I force myself to read, to be quite honest. I'm still somebody that's just adapting to reading. So the writer will send it to the editor now. The editor will go to 11 Lab, your 11 Lab account, generate the voiceover, edit the video, boom, upload the video on YouTube. The designer will go also on YouTube, upload the thumbnail on the video get uploaded. So you have 3 people collaborating in one group together to do something, right? When you go to a McDonald's, someone take the order, boop, flip the burger, someone in the back flip the burger, get it back to the guy in the cashier, give it to you. So now they're in one communication hub, basically moving the cogwheel until the video get uploaded on YouTube.
Okay, so do I need to send them my WhatsApp information some type of way, or they send me theirs? That's basically what you do?
Nope, you only need to get their number, and with their number, you can add them into a group. Have you used WhatsApp before?
No, I haven't.
What have you used? Like Facebook?
Facebook.
You can do a Facebook group. You don't have, because I use WhatsApp. Most people have Facebook too. Some people use Facebook group. You can use Facebook group. If you're more active on Facebook, you have Messenger. Do a Messenger group, right? What's your Facebook? Add them on Facebook. We have a Messenger group. Whichever one. That one, it doesn't matter what you guys do. Some people use different platform than I do. Some people do iMessage, but all of them to have an iPhone. Some people don't. So whatever best work that everybody can get on, then Facebook is obviously next to WhatsApp. Facebook is a pretty big platform. If you don't have a Facebook, it's kind of weird. So they should have it.
So that last part where you were saying one person does the job and then they kind of send it on to the next person, they do that through like the Facebook group and everything.
Exactly. So when the writer is done with the job, they put the script into a PDF. You just put the PDF into the group. And the writer will say, hey, Antonio, script is done. Hey, Antonio, go to the group. Awesome. Take the script, put it into 11 Lab, do the voiceover of your choice, whether you want whether you want an Asian accent, whether you want a UK accent, whether you want a woman or a man voice, whatever you want, a deep voice, whatever accent that you want your voiceover to have. They put that, they establish that character, because 11 have thousands of voiceover. You want to establish one, because that way people are going to build a connection. A lot of my channel, I don't really respond to the comments. Sometimes my team does for me, because they do have access. They can do it if they wish to. I have people having full conversation with the voiceover. It's an AI because they hear it so much. People build a connection. They subscribe to it. I've heard people like have a full conversation. We have a channel where we give the AI voice a name. They're like, yeah, bro. Yeah, I agree with that. What do you think of that? I don't even respond. I'll just be like scrolling and looking at the comments. So, and then once the editor is done, usually the video is done with the editor, like with the second person, he just upload on the channel. The designer just go and add the thumbnail and the video is good to be uploaded. So when you create the group, it's also good to let them know, introduce them like, hey guys, this is how the process work. You can take the exact same assembly line that I gave you, the screenshot. Because the editor do know, the editor do know to get the voice in the video, they need a script. Like, what am I going to turn into a voice, right? And once they get that, they do their job. And then the designer do know that in the video to make the thumbnail off from. So naturally, when they provide what they need and they have like a check mark saying, hey, this is done, you can work on it, they just do it there naturally. And trust me, most people that you're going to find are familiar with the process. They're most likely work for another YouTube channel and they know it for the most part. So there's no too much explanation that has to be done.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. My pleasure. Antoinette, you can go ahead.
Exactement. My question is a follow-up question. When someone earlier asked you, how do you actually get the video made? And you said everything except that. So I'm going to fill in the blank and just ask you if this is accurate. It sounds like from your process, you're using an AI engine that will take script and make a video.
So in the chat, who here know how does a video is made? Give me a yes or no in the chat, because I want to make sure you guys actually understand. You guys understand? Okay, most people. So you can go to the recording. Like I said, let me go to the slide. All right. So to go back to the slide, this is how a video is made. The content creation process. Every single business model follow a process. any video we see on YouTube start with an idea, right? What type of video do you like to watch on YouTube for the most? Like, what do you notice yourself watching a lot on social media?
Entertainment.
What type of entertainment?
Talk show clips. I seem to be watching a lot of 50 Cent on talk shows.
Okay, so talk show that has to do with Hollywood for the most part.
Mhm.
There's Faceless channel about that. Now, usually the video have a topic, a title, right? 50 Cent's opinion on growing up in New York. So that's the title, that's the idea. Before they upload the video, they're like, okay, this is gonna be the idea of the video. And then the difference between you being on the talk show, 50 Cent's going to the talk show, because you don't want to do that, you're not gonna be making the video, is we have a writer that can put the clip, that can write a script, give their idea on 50 Cent on different talk shows and what they think about 50 Cent. Because what make a Faceless channel is the voiceover. And you can use other people clip, obviously, but YouTube requires that 60% of your video is original, which basically means you can't just copy and paste Helen talk show, or I don't watch too much talk show, but any other talk show, you can't just copy the clip and put it in your channel. There have to be some sort of narration or reaction. That's why some people will take a whole another person's video, but they have a voice in the background, it's monetized. That's not illegal. I can take somebody else's work and give my opinion on it. It's not illegal for me to talk about Fiji. It's not like, it's not copyright. Hey, Fiji's a terrible drink. I can give my opinion, say it's terrible if I want to. So you have the free right, the right to actually do that. So the writer will write the script. The artist is basically gonna read that script. The video editor basically take the voice, because when you're watching those Faces channel, were you here for day one?
Yes.
Okay. When we play those videos, we couldn't see a face. They were just putting different images, but we hear a voice in the background. So the editor turned that pitch black just voice into putting the right clips in order. So when the voiceover say, destination number 5 to travel into Italy. Now, Italy is the best place to travel to this year because of this, because of that. And you see clip of Italy, you have the water, you have the hotel. So the editor is the one that's going to Google, YouTube, different platform, finding this clip and put them together based on what the voiceover is saying. And then once that is done, we have a video finished. We have the visual, the voiceover in the background that I got from 11 Lab. And the voiceover was basically generated from text to audio. That was done by the writer. That video get uploaded, and also a designer uploaded with the thumbnail, which is the picture that you see before you click on the video. So when you go to YouTube, this is a thumbnail. See? Before I click on it, the I can't with the devil, those are thumbnail. It's a picture made to make you want to click. It's a picture made to get your attention so you can click on the video. So that's the thumbnail. So you have one person, one designer that's very good at manipulating image that does that fancy stuff. So you can, people can actually go, oh, that's interesting. Let me click on that.
So in your equation, the editor is the one who actually puts all of this stuff into the format called a video.
Yes, the editor made the video. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, basically. And does that make sense for the other people? Because I saw the 1, 2, 3, 3 no. All right, awesome. Someone said yes. Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
My pleasure. All right. FD and Gustavo, you're next. I know you've been waiting.
Yeah, thank you very much. My questions are twofold. In the whole process of from the idea up to the script, up to the editor, up to the voiceover and all that stuff, at what point do you start to take a look at what these people are doing? Your supervisory role at what point?
So that's a very good question, honestly. In the beginning, I tell people the first 2-3 months, look at the video, actually watch them, right? Don't just let them upload a random video. So I watch them and I want to make sure the video is good. And as you start uploading more video, you're going to start seeing some traction, some comments will come in. I want to make sure the comments are good. Now, some channels are controversial channel, right? You might have like a celebrity gossip channel where you will get these comments. There's some channel that actually based on bashing companies. I have a channel where we talk about the rise and fall of different company, and some people doesn't like it because they like that brand. Now, but you might notice sometimes people comment saying like, this video is false information. This video is wrong. Okay, so if we're saying something wrong, then the writer is putting something wrong, right? So now you can see the feedback, and by watching the video, you can see if it's entertaining from the editor. So you judge the talent. Now, after 3 months, what you do to make this fully automated, which is something that I recommend people do, is what do you think makes somebody, because you want people to treat this as their business, right? If I have a company FT and I'm like, I'm gonna pay you $20 per hour to be the manager, manage all the employees for me, or I'm gonna give you 5-10% of the company. Which one is gonna be motivate you more so you can make as much money as possible, so you can make as much, so you
5%.
can see you can make more money? 5%.
5%.
So that channel that I showed that made 90,000, I have a guy in India that gets 5% of the revenue that comes into my account. So that amount is gonna go into my account, you get 5%. Somebody do the math. This dude is balling in India. But he managed the whole team for me. He's actually the writer too at the same time. He managed the whole team. He gave me a monthly report saying, hey, for this guy's performing. And this dude, I'm telling you, this dude, I don't know how he find all those ideas. He breathes and sleeps celebrity stuff. He's getting paid a lot more than most people in India. But you can do that because usually people want percentage. And like the first month when you're not making no money, you can do that when the channel start generating revenue. And this is where you be transparent with how much the channel is making because they actually get a percentage. Now, it's not for life, right? I don't have an agreement with my guy for that. It's however long. If I want to fire him and get somebody else, I can get somebody else, they can get that 5%. So now you have one person that's been working with you for over 3 months. And usually for the most part, sometimes it could be the editor, the designer, the one that engaged in the group the most, the one that was always asking questions, finding ways. Sometimes I have some of my team that's saying, hey, Fred, let's do this, do that. I noticed this, I noticed that. The one that there's always going to be that one person. There's always that the workplace is always that one person that take their work more
Let's
seriously
go,
than
let's go, let's go.
yeah, there's that one person, like you pay them $5, but for some reason they're working like they're getting paid $500. That one person, I promote them. I'm like, hey, I want you to partner with me on the channel. I want you to manage the other people. You get 5%. And they're happy with that. So now when the channel makes as much money as possible, because my goal with this, John, I want to get this to 10,000, 20,000 a month. I want to be one of the biggest channels in the celebrity space because a lot of time I paint big vision for my team because I actually do mean it. I want to run one of the most successful channel in the health space. And you're gonna be only 5% of that. So they're very excited about it and they love to do it. But obviously they have to do a very good job to make sure that stuff go properly. There's no miscommunication in the chat. Sometimes freelancer rarely happen. They might fight with another. Hey, bro, you late. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And if someone is late, as a matter of fact, you can even make it their job. If someone's slacking on their job, uploading the video late as the editor, they have to find you another editor. Trust me, you find them on Fiverr, they know how to use this website. They might have a friend that's a good editor too. So they'll find the talent for you now. So that's why I never have to go to Fiverr and Upwork again. So they do every single thing for you as manager. And the good thing about this business is not too complex where you have too many people or too many roles.
So so now how do you guide against, plagiarism? How do you make sure nobody wakes up tomorrow and said, because I noticed at one point you were saying like you initially at the beginning, you copy and paste whatever script they give you to check it out. But at what point it looks like you're more or less like hands off. You have somebody
So
take your job and you just wait for the pay.
you can just type plagiarism check on Google and there's a bunch of free website. You just paste it on there and it will search the whole internet and see if there's a similar script to it. It will tell you if it's 50% plagiarism from this site. That's how I do it, but I rarely do this. I usually trust people. I'm someone who trusts people like way too easily. They usually pay out, to be quite honest. And I tend to have a pretty good intuition when I'm speaking to people. I'm like, this guy will be good. But with copyright, because somebody said that in the chat, it might have been you, I'm not sure. Somebody said, how do you know somebody is not copying and pasting somebody and then you get sued or someone message you and email you in the future about it? They won't know who you are. They never know who's running the channel. Some of you guys probably have seen my channel because I just reveal it to you guys, but I don't reveal my identity on the channel. If especially political channel when people have their own opinion, they won't be coming to me about that. So they won't know who you are. And most of the time, to be quite honest, I've never had any like strong. I have people that told me I did a video on this restaurant that was getting shut down, and their team messaged me. They're like, please take out a video. We're gonna get a lawyer to come after you. I just took down the video. I believe I had the right, but I didn't want to, take it too deep and stuff like that. That's why my email, when we create the channel on Thursday, your email shouldn't have your name, shouldn't have the channel name. It should be completely apart from you. Your identity shouldn't be tied to the channel. So nobody know. That's why we call it faceless. Your identity get hidden. You're not gonna be doing anything illegal, but that way you're not tied to the channel. And believe it or not, you can always pass the channel to your family member and things like that too at the same time if you have kids. I have people, the youngest person I've seen that come to the challenge was 14 years old. So that way it's not tied to your name, because some people do name the channel to themselves. It's up to you, you can, but if I prefer more building a brand that's apart from your identity.
Good question.
So
Talking
I
about
do have to take the next because it's
Go
about
ahead.
8, but post a question on school because I do
Okay.
have to take the next. I did promise the next person. We can't take too much.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. But I would answer on school. Go ahead, Gustavo.